Welcome, everybody, to another BOLDcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is the moment we've been waiting for a few weeks now. Attack on Titan, Season 4, Episode 5? Yes, Episode 5, Episode 64 total. I'm really excited for this. We left on a crazy cliffhanger. For those who aren't aware of our channel, I've read a portion of the manga. I know it's going to be happening for the rest of this little part of the story, but I haven't not caught up, but I know it's going to happen for this. Lindsay doesn't know what's going to happen. I'm really excited to see what they do with this part of the story. I think it's going to be really awesome, but yeah, what are you thinking? What are you thinking for this?
The cliffhanger of last episode left it on a note that it could go in so many different directions. Like, what happens next could be literally anything because we don't know the full plan. Like, Eren's down in that little cellar thing where Falco just brought Reiner down. We saw, and then Eren's just like, so it's been a while, huh? Not that, but
they recognized each other instantly.
He recognized him, and then it cut there.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
What do you think is gonna happen? Why do you what do you think is going on? There's been a lot of political maneuvering, a lot of people handing each other documents, and people skulking around in the shadows. We've mostly been following the kids and whatever Reiner's looking at, basically.
Yeah.
But we haven't. There's so much left to be explained still about what's actually happening. So what I just want to.
I don't know. The thing is, it's what is Reiner just gonna lose his mind? He's been in a really.
He's about to kill himself.
Yeah, he's in a really rough place, and he has been for pretty much the entire story thus far, even before we knew him. Mm-hmm. And then Eren just fucking showing up in a creepy basement where he can't escape is not probably a great thing to just, see on the evening that you were having a lot of fun that day, and then you just go and there's this guy that might want to kill you.
Yeah.
In a dark cellar away from everyone else. And then there's the thing, whether or not Reiner teams up with them or just dies or runs away, I feel either way you can't go back from this. So obviously there is more in place here. It's not just Eren by himself starting something in a cellar. It's Eren's doing that. Well, everyone else is probably doing something else just in case, or because that's just what they're doing and they're gonna start some shit at this festival, or I don't know.
Yeah, that's the other thing is there's this festival with all of the world leaders gathered.
Yeah,
and,
so if they just
Willie
went in
Tiber
there
is getting all cagey about it, being it's just how it has to be. It's just me. I don't know. Fucking.
And he's yeah, I have to be the one to stop Marley from doing what it's been doing for the last however many years.
100 years.
So something's gonna happen,
and I want to see what it is.
I want to see what it is, but I'm also really scared to see what it is.
And that's it. We're getting right into this. Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 5. Hope you enjoy the reaction. Hope you leave a like and subscribe. Let's go. Oh, and the graphic content warning right off the bat. He said a very similar thing when he saw the Colossal Titan for the first time after Shiganshina.
Just confused.
Hear that
Falco's just
oh my god! I'm so ready!
Falco's just what?
I thought...
Reiner, why are you looking like that?
Yeah, I thought you guys were buddies. You guys want to go grab a drink or something? I don't know.
I thought all friends meet each other in a dirty old cellar.
Yeah. I love how it's just chanting monster as it zooms in on Eren.
Declaration of war. Here
we go.
Covered in blood. Did you see the people?
I love how he has the setup.
So
all housing.
Yeah, so he's not gonna do anything. Fucking trapped.
And they're in the internment zone as well, so it's all people that Reiner knows. He already cut himself, so he can do it at any fucking...
No, Falco, you're a main character.
Just do as he says, like he's got a gun.
Well.
Imagine, like, the shock of that, like, not having no idea, like, what the actual situation is. Oh, and she's just leaving.
Mm-hmm.
She's fucking out. And he's dead. The head general there. Everyone is here from every country.
Whoa, those are some crazy instruments.
Oh my god. Dude. Is there something you wanted to say? How did you come here? How the fuck did you get here? Oh no, he said why. What am I talking about?
He said how, why?
No other choice. No other choice. Oh my god, the stress. You could just...
It's like even more unnerving with how calm Eren is.
Yeah,
he's
and Reiner
so
knows
determined.
this is his reckoning. Like, this is... Oh, shit. That's why the Tivers are so high up in society. The Panzer unit. They're the ones operating the guns.
That's kind of cool.
They're all pissed off at him because he got a hug.
That trapdoor was just there?
Seems to be so. An old friend. Like, how many years? Like, 4? Falco's smart.
He is pretty smart.
Just realized it. Holy shit. He's really smart to put that together, like, so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
ヘイロスでもタイバー家でもありませんでした。あの戦争を終結させ、世界を救ったのはフリッツ王なのです。彼はエルディア帝国の残虐な
This changes everything.
He just took off.
虐げられとを痛めておられたのです。彼は始祖の巨人を継承すると同時にタイバー人を英雄と称し活躍させました。名はヘイロス。
Halos is a faker.
エルディア国民を島に閉ざしました。
Makes sense why he's so against fighting after that.
我々が忌むべき壁の王だとカール・フリッツの平和を願う心なんです。
I wonder what people, like everyone's like, what the, I wonder if they're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Or if he's like, like, you know, whether they believe him or not.
束の間の楽園を享受したい。どうかそれだけは許し、そう言い残しました。
Everyone's just like, I can't believe it.
I wonder if the higher ups knew.
この世界が置かれている危険な状況を理解。
Great peril, you say.
隊長、戦士たちが呼びに向かった兵士ともども姿を消しました。予備隊を動員し捜索しろ。了解。始まったか。てらくそ。
Her legs like twisted around.
でもあの兵士どこかで
Seen them before.
ここで見ててくれ。これが俺のけじめだ。カール・フリッツは
Oh, here we go.
巨人の力で三重の壁を築きました。超大型巨人で作られており、盾と矛として。しかし近年、パラディ島内で反乱が起きました。 危機が迫っています。
Eren. Just speed healing the one limb.
悪いな。お前には助けられた。
あの手紙、俺に届けさせた。あの手紙は。
The letters to his family.
Yeah. Oh my god, he feels like such shit.
A traitor without even knowing it.
Just...
They just shake the world with their footsteps. It's basically like a nuke, like mutually assured destruction. It's like, don't fuck with us or... Jesus, Eren?
Yeah.
Invaded my hometown. I love that he's like throwing all the same logic back at him.
Mm-hmm.
Why, Reiner? He just did the same ear scratch thing as Zeke.
Exact same.
I love how they just skipped over that entire thing. Like, we saw all of Reiner's progression. I was born into this world. Eren said the exact same thing when he was closing Trost.
力を貸してほしい。どうか未来を生きてほしい。皆で力を合わせればどんなはずです。やっぱり俺はお前と同じだ。私と共に力を合わせてパラディ島の戦ってほしい。生まれた時からこうなんだ。私政府特使として宣言します。俺は進み続ける。敵を駆逐するまで。
Oh my god, look at him! Oh my god! Oh my god! He looks like a devil.
Holy shit!
Willie Tybur. Willie Tybur's fucking dead.
He's
done for. Immediately. Oh my god. That's my favorite kind of episode. That's my favorite kind of episode of a show. Like, they mount the tension, everything. It's like it was all talking, but it was all set up. Like, they intercut everything so it wasn't just one thing. I love that so much. Oh my god.
That's ridiculous. It fucking sucks. It really sucks. It just sucks because now you really like all the characters there, and now they're on opposite sides, and it's like you haven't, and then it's just fucked because you haven't seen like anyone else in so long has passed.
It's only been like 5 episodes.
No, but I mean like in like years, like Eren's a completely different person.
Yeah, he seems like he's gone through some serious...
it's not even like...
soul searching. After credits? No. Okay.
It's not even like you see Eren and you're immediately back on his side.
No, he's
It's like you see him and you're like, this guy's about to murder everyone's family.
He has like fully embraced, like he's like, Eren's gone on, like we followed Reiner's journey and everything, and how he and Eren are like so parallel. It's kind of crazy, but Reiner is just like, or Eren, he went through such a, like, he started out super angry, yeah, let's do the mission, then he like sort of learns some stuff, goes on a bit of a journey, and he realizes, holy shit, is this even worth it? Am I even the right guy to be doing this? Am I strong enough? I thought I was special. Turns out I'm just a fucking bystander who was given the reins. I'm a nobody. And I thought that I was special. I thought I was going to eradicate everything. I thought I was going to save everyone, but I'm not saving anything. This is just fighting. And then he's like, clearly, as we see in this episode, after that, and we saw a little bit, we saw a glimpse of it. It was teased at the end of season 3 when they reached the ocean. He was just like, hey, everyone is laughing. It's a victory. It's the most triumphant moment in human history to him. And he because he's burdened by the knowledge of the past and a little bit of the future, possibly, given what we know of Eren Kruger, he knows that the fighting's not over and that freedom, the thing that he's been seeking, they didn't earn it now. They're still on an island. They still are hated by the rest of the world, possibly. Like, you know, yeah. Yeah,
it's not... There's not
but
a solution.
instead of, like, that's where the king was like, King Fritz was like, we'll just separate ourselves and we'll have our own peaceful society in the walls. Turns out the common man in the walls is not living much of a life, really. Yeah. You know, relative to, you could compare it relative to other stuff, but it's like, it's just so where the king chose, I'm just gonna try and live the best life I can while I can, and give my people the best life that I can give them in the walls. Eren's like, the only other way is to kill everyone, is to make the world my enemy.
Yeah, it's also, like, it's interesting hearing that history like that.
Yeah, right?
Because, like, just being on, like, because there have been, like, debate in the past of, like, oh, were the Titans really, like, is that the true story? Probably not 100%.
What true story?
Like, that the Marleyans were just, like, so oppressed, and then that was, like, their thing of, like, they finally overthrew them and drove them back.
Yeah.
You know, and it just...
That's what was told. Well, it wasn't really... Yeah, there were conflicting reports of
because
what it was.
Then there's the other one that was like, no, actually the Titans were awesome and they wanted to work together, and then the Marleyans wanted to use that for themselves.
Yeah.
And that didn't... Then they didn't like that, so then that's what caused the problems and stuff. So there was all of that, and then just hearing, like, there was all this fighting and stuff, and the king wanted to escape from the Marleyans and also the fighting. And the best way to do that is to just leave, go somewhere else, and make it so that your people can never go back there and start anything again.
Yeah. But putting
then
safeguards like the Colossal Titans in place so that nobody could just walk in and
that was also, like, oh, if we do that, then they won't come here, and I'll make sure that we don't leave.
Mm-hmm.
And all will be fine. Except it's not going to be fine, because then people are literally living in a cage. And they don't understand why it is the way it is.
Yeah.
They just think, oh, those guys, like, we're being punished in here.
Yeah.
Which they kind of are, but they're also being saved in, like, a weird way.
Yeah, it's kind of a parallel to the internment zones. Like, the internment zones are set up kind of like the walls. Like, it's a circular sort of zone. And they're kind of trapped in there by an outside force. But they're being saved kind of benevolently by the thing. Benevolently, like, depending on your perspective. Or depending on the perspective of the people in the story, obviously. They're being saved benevolently by the people who are imprisoning them. So it's kind of this weird thing of, like, we're letting you live, but only on our terms. And that's what the king was doing.
But the king also, like, also was like, oh,
if you go outside the walls, you'll be eaten. If you go outside the walls, you'll be torn apart by a pack of dogs.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's this really interesting thing of, like, it's something bad, but it's maybe, like, can be seen as something good.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Obviously, the way that Eldians are treated in Marley is super shitty and horrible. Like, you know, not even King Fritz treated his people like that. Like, they are the scum of society. They you know, they're literally seen as lower than animals in Marleyan society. And Marleyans just straight up... It's a problem with the way the society evolved, because Marley originally was formed out of this thing of, like, we're gonna separate people. This group of people goes over here. This group of people goes over here to stop the fighting. But then Marleyans, there were still some Eldians, and the Marleyans eventually just started using them for war, using them for bad purposes. And now the Marleyans are so separated from the means to their ends. Like, they don't have to participate in actually getting what they want.
That was also the problem, because they thought, oh, we defeated
we're
them.
Awesome.
We can defeat anyone.
Yeah.
No problem. Not realizing that every time they've ever defeated someone, it's either been fake or it literally wasn't even
fed
them.
To them. And it was an agreement that was like, you know,
like they
created this fake messiah.
They built their empire on a
pack
false
of lies.
Basis. Like, they said,
foundation.
Oh, well, we had this hero. This is, like, what we aspire to be. We aspire to be this guy who can do anything and defeat anyone. And then, first of all, David was fake. And then, second of all, every time since then, they've just used Eldians as cannon fodder and as tools for their war.
Yeah.
So basically, they've never done anything on their own, but they now have this big ego, like,
they have all this pride and all this, I will defend Marley.
Marley is a great nation and we can do whatever we want.
They're just people like anyone else, and they're, you know, subjugating another race in order to feed their shit. But it's and it's just crazy. But then, you know, what do you think Eren... What do you think Eren's doing? Like, what do you think he's, like, trying to... Is he just getting revenge? Or does he have another idea of what's happening? Or, like... Because I don't know. I actually don't know. That wasn't... I didn't understand that when I was reading. So, like... I don't know what his I have some ideas. I have some, like, you know, conceptions of what I think he might be thinking. But whether he's doing it for revenge or whether he thinks there's actually an end goal or whether he's just continuing.
It's just a cycle again.
I just need to keep moving forward. That's what he keeps saying. And he's like, that's all one can do in service of freedom, is that they need to keep moving forward despite the heinous and horrible things they need to commit, which is what he's doing. He's committing unforgivable things. He's killing dozens of families right there.
A huge building full of people right up there.
Happy, like, so happy. This has been, like, the best week of their lives. All these people coming in from other countries. They made so much money. They've been able to feed their families and be safe, and they're, you know, like, it's an incredible festival, and this is such an incredible thing, and he's willing to, and not only just kill them when they're at their happiest, in one of the most terrible ways possible, out of spite for something they had nothing to do with.
It's just, like, weird, because none of the characters that we know are, like, really in the right or the wrong. It's kind of in this weird gray area. Yeah. Because
it's all self-interest.
It's like Eren was saying, like, what Reiner did, he thought he was saving the world. And Eren also is saving their world, you know? Yeah. They're different worlds, but they're both doing what they, like, have to do to survive, like, for their...
Yeah, it's like, what do you do in a world with evil? It's like,
what do you believe? Like Reiner believed everyone in the walls was evil. That's what he was fed his whole life. Well, Eren believed all the Titans were evil, and then he found out that there was actually a greater evil that had been subjecting them to that and turning normal people into their enemy, and they were fighting...
They were fighting victims.
They were fighting victims of...
transfigured victims that we're just trying to live a free life, and were, you know, kicked to the dogs, and then, like, literally transformed into monsters.
And it just makes it even... It's almost like it always adds an interesting element, like, in Jujutsu. Mm-hmm. Fighting monsters that were people that had no say in the fact that they were monsters just makes whoever turned them into that an even worse villain, like an even more despicable person. Yeah. And gives them, like, an even more of a sense of evil. But then you have to think about, like, all the people in Marley who are, like, injecting with that stuff, that's not their idea.
Some of them it is. That's the problem, is, like, there are people like that, but it's there's no way to just get rid of these select people because it's something within all of us. Yeah, that's the thing. It's
been ingrained so deeply since they were born.
Since they were born, but it's also just being human. We all have the capacity for that. So, like, just because you kill that one guy who was on the wall, like, you know, with Eren Kruger, who was, like, talking to Grisha about, like, why he enjoys torturing people and turning them into Titans and feeding Grisha's sister to dogs, is because he thinks it's interesting, and he doesn't see, you know, that whole monologue was incredible because it really illuminated that, like, you know, what do you do? Like, the only reason that any of this needs to happen is because people have the capacity for that violence. Like, because people... and that's an immutable fact about humanity, and it has nothing to do with different sides. It has nothing to do with someone's history. Anybody can be driven to that. Anyone can be driven to the point where they just are malevolent and shitty for no reason. Just because they think it's interesting. Just because it's something unique to experience. Mm-hmm. That's how deep it can go. So it's not even, you know... You can't... There's no way to just, like... all become one people and live freely, because that's the thing, is there's borders between people. It's like, that's what's so great about Attack on Titan, is it's so applicable to real life in this, like, metaphorical space, because it is all, you know, it's all based on perspective. That's all it is, and that's what this episode really shows, and the last few episodes, and, like, Reiner being judged, because that's what he wanted, like, that was the flashback at the start, it's like, it's all based on different perspectives, because to the people around Reiner, he's a hero. He's, like, an incredible savior. He doesn't
feel like a hero.
No, yeah, and because he is kind of a failure. But, like, if he succeeded, if he really did kill Eren and bring him back and then feed him to somebody else in Marley, would he have felt any better? I don't think so. It has nothing to do with winning or losing. It has to do with I don't even know how you get out of that. You can't. It's a losing situation because it's straight up Vinland Saga shit. It's like there's no one who is okay to hurt or whatever.
Yeah.
That was Thor's little piece of wisdom. Early Vinland Saga. So not a big spoiler.
It's just like a really complex and like shitty situation for everyone, and especially now, like, and it's interesting, and I'm really glad that they started this season with focusing on like other characters, because then it truly highlights the fact it's not just, oh, Eren and crew come in and kill everyone, but you kind of feel okay with it because they're just faceless random guys, or like guys that are actively in charge and are you view as evil, and you're like, oh, well, they did that to us, so we can do that to them. But it's like, well, is that really that good of an excuse?
The thing is, if you could just kill those people, then yes, but they're connected to people. They're connected to good people. And then the shitty general, if you kill him in cold blood,
then his kid is going to be
against you. It's a cycle of violence. Yeah. And not only that, but like he's not the society. He's just one guy at the helm doing it, and there's all that whole bleachers of people. If you walked in and slaughtered all those people, then all the good people would turn against you, and like all the families that Eren just killed. That's the other thing, is he killed all the good people first because he doesn't care anymore. He has fully recognized that that this is the only way forward in a realistic world, I think, unless he has like some sort of paths, future knowledge that I don't know. I think that's what he's come to terms with, that like, in order, there's two things: we can either hide in the walls or fight for our freedom. And fighting for our freedom means killing innocents, because
but at the same time, they've been killing innocents the entire time, but in killing the Titans.
But you could write that off as a mercy killing, because they can't be turned back into human.
That's at the same time, it's like different, but also, like, you know what I mean? Like, once you have that realization, oh, they were people, you can't really go back from that. You can justify it however ways you want.
But even Levi recognized that he had been doing something kind of fucked up when Hanji put it all together and was like, turns out Titans are probably people. There's no guarantee on that. We don't actually have any concrete evidence, but all evidence we have suggests that Titans are people. And Levi's like, so you're telling me I've been flying around killing people this whole time? And even he felt all fucked up about it.
I mean, who wouldn't? They've been thinking these things are just random evil creatures that just kill people for no reason, because they don't even like need to eat people. They just do.
It's fucked up.
Not good.
It's fucked up because it's, there's no answer to it. There's no answer to it because you're not going to... There's never going to be a point where you kill these guys, so you kill the evil general and all this stuff, and you manage to not kill a single innocent person. This is a problem in, like, modern wars as well. Like, people who, in the Middle East, who, like, fight in wars, they, so, like, it's... You have to accept that innocent people are going to die if you're going to war. That's like a super common thing. And it doesn't matter if you kill the evil guys, the bad guys, the people who are doing you wrong, because it's not, the evil is, they aren't actually the evil. The evil is within all of us, and it's possibly that's possibly the reason that you were able to kill them in the first place, is because you have a piece of that in you as well. And I think Eren might have recognized that and has just completely been numbed by all of his experience and is desensitized completely to it, and is just doing what the only thing he thinks he can do to save him and his, which is kind of fucked up, but
I guess the good news is he won't have to live very much longer.
That's the other thing.
He has to live with it for the rest of his few years of his life.
Yeah, and well, depending on how paths work, it could be forever.
If he's just like suspended
in the past, future, and present of every other person. Yeah. Although he's not, since he doesn't have royal blood, he's not fully connected like that. Because I think that's what we're meant to believe the thing is. The memories and stuff like that. It's like a hive mind if you're tapped into it, like the royal blood people are. Every time he touches his story, he like gets a flash of memories or something. And he sees like there was that one scene where he saw Frida looking back clearly at him. She was like brushing her hair, and then she pauses for a moment. She's looking at Eren, and we're in Eren's perspective. And then he's just like, wait, who is that? And it turns out, oh shit, I'm looking at a mirror. That's me. I'm this woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and there's clearly like a bit of recognition, like, wait, somebody else is looking at me in the mirror.
Some
So like, there's clearly some like hive mind there. So yeah, he won't be able to. He won't. See, he possibly. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? But he might not see the fruits of his labor, but with his own eyes, but maybe with somebody else's.
Yeah.
And maybe he's banking on that. I don't know. Or maybe he just wants freedom for everyone else. And he did send messages to his comrades.
Yeah, that was.
well.
I feel like that was quite an obvious thing that he was doing. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sending some stuff to my family.
Yeah, I just want to let them know where I am, how I'm doing. Oh, okay, Mr. Kruger.
That's another thing. I feel so bad for poor Falco. He really got screwed over in that when he really thought he was doing a good thing, helping out a wounded veteran.
Yeah. Some
And
PTSD.
reuniting two old friends, and then he's just sitting there and like, why is Reiner looking so like
Terrified.
he's seen a ghost out
Yeah.
here? Old friend, wait a second, just like
How old?
yeah, that really sucks because now whatever's gonna happen, he's gonna feel responsible.
Yeah, what do you think happened to Falco and Reiner?
It looked
in
like
that?
Reiner was like moving to get in front of him. So I guess Reiner didn't have any like cuts on him, but like if he did also could have transformed or started to or transformed part of himself to I feel like maybe Reiner will die there, but save Falco, or I don't know, something. But if he's going to he maybe won't die. Well, I guess that's the thing. Someone needs to inherit the Armored Titan before Reiner actually dies, and I feel like it will maybe be Falco. But I don't think they both just died there, because that would be kind of silly.
Well, this was an incredible episode.
Well, I was
can't wait
also
for the
going to
episodes
talk
come.
about that random trapdoor that they just had in that room. And was that supposed to be Armin? Just suddenly very tall? A very
you think
tall,
that was?
skinny boy. Well, we saw their face just like one time. They kept like a really, the hat on. And it obviously wasn't one of their guys. And it would make sense if it was Armin or someone that Peak had seen previously, but not closely, because Peak was like running around, like back on the island when she would have come to like pull people out of there and just like ran past kind of. So it would make sense to like not recognize someone right away, because she wasn't close. It's not like Reiner where he sees Eren and immediately, even though Eren looks...
Well, because they spent years together.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to get a shot of...
Oh yeah, also they were talking about how Bertolt's dad was dead.
Yeah, Bertolt's dad died. Annie's dad is still alive.
Yeah, and he still believes that Annie's gonna come home and she's alive, which technically she is alive.
Not even technically. She's alive. She didn't die.
She is alive, but she's really running out of time and she's trapped in like a case.
Yeah.
So she's not...
She's encased in crystal.
Yeah.
So you thought that was Armin?
I think so. I don't know who else that would be.
Armin's super short.
I know he's really short, but maybe he grew.
Maybe he did grow.
Maybe he like took on some of that colossal titan growth spurt.
Yeah, like, because Bertolt was so tall.
They did a really good job of like, and Eren set it up so perfectly. He said, like, he planned it so well of like, we're gonna go right by here so we can hear everything, and I'm just gonna like, the conversation just flowed in like a very good way that it played off each other, but it wasn't even just for the audience. It was also for them. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't just, they were cutting between the two scenes in a way that like flowed together and like they worked off each other nicely. It was like, no, Eren specifically planned it so they would be down there and could listen to this thing that was very relevant to what they were also listening to.
I don't even fully know, like, what the fuck is going on with all this shit. Because there was, like, letters, and there was, like, it seemed like Willie knew what was gonna happen. And
yeah.
I don't remember, like, figuring out, like, the full intricacies of all this shit, so I I can't really speculate. Like, I don't know if I can speculate because I've obviously read ahead.
Yeah, it seems like there's like
they're setting
we
it up
see
like
both sides, but there's some sort of hidden third side that is maybe not.
Are they like are like Willie and Eren like working together? Did he like
That's
theatrically like come up and squish him at the perfect time? I don't know, because like it seems like Eren was just using that to his advantage, but Willie was prepared to die there,
and he was like unnecessarily nervous about it because everyone.
Unnecessarily, he was gonna die.
No, I meant like previously, like with if he didn't know that he might have died there or was going to die there, then he was very nervous about putting on this show and like doing this thing
but
that
he
everyone
was saying like the whole thing of like it just has to be me. It's falling on my shoulders.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Shit.
That's why I'm saying it would make sense if he was part of it and knew that.
Yeah,
that
but
was
like who else is a part of it? Is Eren a part of it, or is he acting on his own? Is fucking the higher ups? Is Magath a part of it? Did Magath know that Eren was going to attack? Like, you know, what's I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and
because he was sitting there watching the whole time.
They said, "Oh, where's the warriors are missing." As well as the people who are going to go get them. Oh, so it started then.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's not just like coincidence or like like Eren's team working off of what they're doing.
Yeah.
They just somehow managed to know like every single aspect of it, even down to the
and like
lines
what is
of
their
the script.
If they knew, then why? Like, why would Marley go ahead with like letting this happen just to go to war again, or to, and why would, you know, I don't know.
Unless it's just, like the war to end all wars kind of
the last
thing.
war.
But
my last war.
Yeah.
This is my last war. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Unless there's anything else you want to say about the episode.
I don't know. I feel like there might be more, but there's going to be way more next episode for sure.
Well, if you want to talk about it, make some notes, and we'll do a deep dive, I guess, before next episode. But hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. If you made it this far, please leave a like and subscribe for future Attack on Titan stuff. Really helps us out, really helps out the video performance, and really makes us smile. So please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed most of all. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.